completely off balance, and luckily for him, the timing of taking the bails off has played a big role, I guess. And he's happy, he knows. So who knows, this sort of a luck can bring you, that chance where you can blossom and you can start to play and things start to go your way. And Hong Kong desperately need a good partnership to start off this game with.
Goes aerial. Shouts for catch. Splits the field. No, you don't want to give your wicket away just after you've gotten a lifeline.
Stroke was a half-hearted sort of a stroke, a one-handed one. So he's not fully committing to the shot. And then running is very ambitious.
Big appeal. And this time the finger goes up. Traveen Matthew gets the wicket finally. May have been denied once, but not twice.
Not an ideal choice of the shot from Zishan. He survived one in the previous over, which was definitely a touch higher. But this time around, it was much closer within the stumps. A straight ball. And missing it altogether. And rightly so, the umpire giving it out to the delight of bowler who's come in this game and created an impact straight away. Zishan Ali gone for 8. Hong Kong lose their first at 11.
Covering a leg, middle, this one. 2 to go.
Yeah, this is why he was brought in to the side to make an impact from the get-go, and Traveen Matthew has done just that. And Babar Hayat comes into the middle. What a delivery! What a delivery!
Wonderfully bowled, coming back in. Babar having no clue of it. That is one of the shortest stays. Come and go for Babar this time. And Hong Kong, well, they are in early trouble. They've lost their best player. What a ball. Flatter trajectory, and it just moved after pitching. And Babar slow to react. Clueless in the end. And to the delight of Traveen Matthew, another one for him. Babar goes for a duck. Hong Kong 11 for 2.
Well, we couldn't even introduce Babar Hayat's stats, and he was already sent packing. But we can tell you that Nizar Khan has come in his place. 147 matches in his T20 career, a best of 81. But more importantly, Traveen Matthew is on a hat-trick. A 21-year-old who's been brought in as a replacement today. The only replacement in this entire 22 players that are taken to the field. And what an impact he's made.
On a hat-trick in his first appearance. And this is the wicket. Wonderfully bowled and coming back in, jagging back in rather. And Babar was lazy as he usually is to start off the innings with. But this time around, not being enough lucky. Battering the stumps, did the ball. And now it's a sit back and watch. That's the kind of game it is. You're only lethal if you're at the crease. Otherwise, you're a spectator.
Babar's been ousted today very early. But one has to give credit to Duneet Verlalage. When he won the toss, he recognized how the pitch was going to behave. gave the ball to Traveen Matthew, and he's exploited the conditions perfectly.
Absolutely. Great change and great time to bowl, winning the toss and getting that help that is there available in the pitch. Good smart captaincy that. So it's a hat-trick ball now. We'll see a few fielders around the bat, putting some pressure on the new batter, Nizakat. He is the captain. He is very experienced. But these occasions are always instances when you start to think of a lot of things that you shouldn't normally.
Slight delay because of some issues with the side screen, and we can take a look at those wickets again. Remember, prior to this, he'd almost gotten Anshuman Rath out because he had completely outfoxed him. Anshuman Rath had fallen over. That could have been his third.
What about the luck part? He was called back, and the other two have gone.
That is true. Can I point out the irony this time?
Point out the people going through that irony.
Was on a hat trick. Shielded at the end of 3, double wicket over, 11 for 2. Yeah, in a spot of bother, Hong Kong, China, courtesy Traveen Matthew. Ratnayaka looking for that outside edge. There is an appeal. Umpires unmoved.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see whether this was a seam-up delivery or a cutter bowled, because the ball did move away off the surface. Ball definitely doing a bit. Yeah, a scrambled seam. And jagging away from the batter, who was in no position really to get any sort of a contact.
Things seem very difficult for the batters right now. Yasim Murtaza had mentioned getting 160, 170 on the board.
Good captaincy this. A slip in place now.
Brilliant bowling to boot. An aggressive field. The average first innings total at the West End since 2024 is 162. But I would think on a wicket like this, even if they get 140, 150.
Yeah, well, it's a game where decisions have to matter on the day, the existing condition at that particular time, and all these stats can be good numbers to relate to what has been going on in the past, but today the pitch is telling a different story so far.
Goes for the cutter, guided towards deep point. We saw the Shaheens using the slower deliveries and the cutters to good effect in the previous match last night. Perhaps that's something the fast bowlers of Sri Lanka A can also do today.
Well, yes, that was the slowness in the track assisting them with those cutters, and today it's the tackiness, that bit of moisture. Remember, this is the first game being played on this very pitch, so maybe it settled down and is better for batting later on in the day, but we haven't received any sunshine like we did in the previous 3 days.
Izaka being watchful.
Hong Kong batters have not been very proactive. They haven't used the feet. They haven't tried to create room, put pressure on the bowlers. They have been very stagnant in their approach, staying where they are, waiting for the ball to arrive in their zone. And that sometimes can hurt you as a batting side.
Perhaps would be bothering Yasim Murtaza as he looks at his batters is that they're not rotating the strike as much, even if they're not getting the boundaries.
Absolutely, spot on.
Gives himself room. There is a third man. And in the end, he does manage to hold on to it. So Ratnayaka also gets a scalp.
Yep, trying to go big, didn't have the length on his side. A top edge that flew to the third on the boundary, and took it the second time around. The first time it did pop out, but in the end he made good recovery. So Sri Lanka going great guns, picking up the third in play. Hong Kong in further trouble, 12 for 3.
Yeah, went for the big hoik. Was trying to target mid-wicket. Nizakat went towards third man. Ooh, lucky.
Yeah, keeping your eyes on the ball allows you another chance. Alamage taking it finally. Nizakat gone for 0. Another duck. 12 for 3 Hong Kong.
Hong Kong, China in all sorts of trouble, as Salman mentioned. It prompts Shiv Mathur to come to the crease. Relatively new T20 career for him. Best of 39. Needs to better that strike rate.
Waiting.
Things are looking good for Sri Lanka A. At the end of 4 is 13 for 3. Jugular, giving Traveen Matthew his third over, and why not?
Yeah, that's the way to go. He's picking up wickets. That's the reason they brought him in for. The pitch is assisting him, so no reason to change. And this is another look at how Nizakat, the Hong Kong captain, fell. Trying to go big, not in an ideal position. Well bowled by the bowler, and in the end, well taken by Halambage.
Ball, Machang. Ball, David. Ball.
It seems like Hong Kong, China trying to contend and trying to figure out how to play Traveen Matthew. But one of the ways is certainly not what Shiv Mathur tried.
Yeah, straight away he's again pre-planned, and he was lucky the ball bounced over the stumps. Otherwise, it would have been curtains for him as well. It would have been another duck.
Ball, ball.
Watching Traveen, he's bowled mostly off spinners. Just a couple of seam-up deliveries that went away. The rest all has been off spin. So there hasn't been any real mystery. But still, the batters have made it look like proper mystery.
This is better. The fielder remains unmoved as it goes to the boundary.
Yeah, this was hit hard, well timed. No chance for any fielder. Some breather for the Hong Kong side. And Anshuman getting one out from the middle of the bat. Swept and was in a good position. And the length was ideal to be swept.
Injured that little pillar though with that shot. Better line this time. That's the end of the over. At the end of 5, Hong Kong, China, 21 for 3.
7.58 to 80.5 till yesterday. Even the average from 35 plus to 22 plus. Shows probably the pitchers are getting a little slower. That's something that the bowlers can work around it and make sure not give much pace to the batters who are looking for. Ratnaik will continue to start over.
Yeah.
So is a call by Anshuman, should be just a single. Trevin Matthews brought in to the side for a specific plan of bowling in the power play. Certainly have delivered. The indication to the day 4, 5, 6, the semi-finals and finals. Run rate as well as average probably will be something to keep an eye on. Morning to you, Fidai.
Yeah, good afternoon, Maha. And morning, afternoon, and evening to all the people tuning in into this DP World Asia Cup Rising Stars 2025. And what a game we've got for ourselves here.
Came down the track. Shiv Mathur, batted at number 7 in the last game. Promotion today. Came down the track and trying to maximize the power play.
Coming down the track, making room for himself and then cutting this nicely. It's his first. Hong Kong, China in a bit of a spotter bother. 26 for 3 inside. First 6 overs. And you talked about Matthew. What a pick he's been for Sri Lanka today. Look at the follow wickets. 11 for 1, 11 for 2. That was when he was on hat-trick.
Over delivery. Oh, very well fielded. Very, very well done. But the fielder at short third man. Sahan Arachige certainly saved 3 runs there.
You can't keep him out of the game. Sahan Arachage is a very good fielder. Slower delivery away from the wicketkeeper, but Sahan Arachage having the presence of mind, making sure he doesn't let it go to the boundary. Would have been a back-to-back boundary thing for them. Hong Kong, China won't mind that. They need boundaries. They need more run. Only 27 inside the first 6 overs.
Bouncer. Good change of length by Milan Ratnayaka. One bouncer for the over being signaled by the 2 umpires in the middle. I like the fact Milan Ratnayaka using the bounce in the power play. So often we've seen in T20 cricket, the fast bowlers are quite reluctant to use the bouncer to their effect. Milan Ratnayaka coming with good performances in the domestic as well as in the test side. He bowled well when he made his test debut in England early this year, as well as the test match up in Galle against Bangladesh. Slowly but surely. That's a good shot. Slow ball, set up beautifully. And Anshuman Rath, there was no second invitation needed.
Well, if there's a thing called commentator's curse, maybe that it is. All of a sudden, Naike taken for a boundary. That was slow. That was going away from him. A lot of width offered. And smashed for the second boundary in this over. Much needed boundary for Hong Kong, China. A partnership building nicely. 19 of 12 deliveries.
Oh, bold. Good bounce. Hitting the hard length and awkward bounce. Anshuman Rath did well. End of the power play. 32 for 3. Up against Anshuman Rath, the left-hander. I just want to see Ramesh Mendy's bowling it a bit slower. Much better. Take a look at that for a turn. pick up by Nishan Maduska.
He's getting the purchase. Ramesh Mendes, a few wicket haul to his name. 72 wickets, 106 matches. Comes with a lot of experience.
Should be a wide. That should be a wide. Easy decision for the umpire.